Hi guys! So I am back and I am super excited about this video. It's a little bit different to my other videos. It is talking about a product. Now this is something I bought with my own money, but I think is such a good thing that I really wanted to show to you guys because it may be something you're interested in. It's something I'm really enjoying and I really think that I'm going to start showing some more of this on my channel. It is still to do with stitching. But it is called the Stitch Book. So I have a brand new one to open with you guys that once again I have purchased with my own money, but I have also got my one that I've been working on for the past month. So just a little bit of an update. I had to take quite a bit of time off of YouTube. I wasn't able to do any stitching because I have a eye condition that I didn't know about, and it was making it so I couldn't really see very well. It's now all under control. I've got medication, multiple eye drops, all kinds of things, but for ages I couldn't stitch. I did, however, manage to do a little bit of embroidery because I didn't have to concentrate as much. And then I really wanted to do a journal, because one of my other hobbies is journaling. I love daily journaling. I love creative journaling, but I wasn't feeling very creative. Whereas I was missing using that needle and thread and actually stitching. So I managed to do a little bit of stitching. I was doing it on random scraps of paper, and then I really wanted to look into seeing if there was like a fabric book that was pre-made, because I did make one, but I am not very good at cutting straight lines or making things perfect. And it was really putting me off the idea. I knew I wanted to do a fabric journal, but I just couldn't work it out. So I had a look on Etsy and I found Kim Edith and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I really am sorry if I am. But I found her page on Etsy and I was having a look, and she created these things called stitch books. Now stitch books seems the perfect thing for me, and I can tell you it definitely is. Once again, 100% not sponsored, but as I open this package you will see why I loved it. I really wanted something that I could decorate and make my own, that I could do whatever I wanted. If there were weeks where I had something to say, I could actually stitch it. I could show what I was doing. I could put my random scraps of fabric in if I wanted to. But if I didn't have anything to say and I still wanted to be creative, I could stitch a random pattern. Now, I'm not up to date on mine 100%. I am still working on it. It's a work in progress. I do keep alongside this a little notebook where I jot down what I've done that week. So if I have an idea about what I actually want to stitch, I will then put the comments, put a little picture of what I want to stitch. If I didn't have anything I wanted to stitch, when I come back to my notes, I can have a look and see what I want to put in. So let's have a look at how she packages her items and how they look when you receive them. So they do come in a very sturdy envelope, and then they are gorgeously packaged on the inside. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to try and turn the camera around. I'm going to see if I can find a way of doing that, and I will show you what is in this gorgeous booklet. Right guys, I'm really hoping you can actually see this. You are currently balanced between two boxes, so I can't actually even see my screen. I think I'm in shot, so we're going to leave it at that. So this is how it came packaged. It did come inside a brown paper envelope, and then inside it was in this gorgeous floral package that has some lovely washi tape. So we're just going to open this. I'm actually just going to cut this. So you get your thank you for your order, and it does mention the price. So one of these is £25. Delivery to me was £3. Now you can either order off of Etsy, or she does have them available on her website as well. So I'll make sure I link both down below. she did a little lovely little note. I didn't get this in the first one, but as I said, I ordered one of her books and then I've gone back and ordered another. Now you can order just refill pages if you wanted to. I've ordered an entire another book. So she's done a really lovely little note, and it's actually a picture of one of her fabric collages. Now she does some gorgeous collages on both her Etsy and her website, so make sure you do check that out. This is what she actually calls it, Stitch Your Story, the Stitchbook Studio. So you have the information on here. I love how she actually does the transfer photo method. I may look into that. And there is all of her information. Okay, so her item is lovely and packaged here. I love the little personalised thank yous. So let's just break into this. And I'm really sorry, this is like my first real unboxing, so I do apologise for the rustling and not having things maybe done as most YouTubers would. So I'm just going to quickly open this. Okay. And here it is. So what it is there are different options. I went for the 12 blank page, I believe this is the cotton book. And it is absolutely stunning. I really love it. This is exactly the same one as I got previously. But you can get, she does a felt option, she does cotton but with different colour binding next to it. You can do what you want. I just went for the the plain option. So that way I could kind of play around and see. Also, because I wasn't doing a theme of mine, I do love the idea of maybe doing like a themed book. But because I wasn't doing a theme of my one, I decided to go with a plain, and that way whatever I put on the pages would work. So she does a little bit of information onto here, which I absolutely love. It's really nice to see a bit of a starting point. I love the fact that she's got the how to use on the back of it. And once again, she's got her information. So this blank one is a 12 page. I think some of the others maybe a 10 page. And then your book just comes as so. So on the front you have got the Stitchbook logo. Now if you want to keep this on, you can. On my one, I actually wanted to see if I could take it off, because what I'm planning to do is actually attach the two books together so I can have an ongoing throughout a couple of months of the summer. So all of my summer stuff would be in one book, which is why I also bought bigger rings. But the rings on here are absolutely perfect to use if you just wanted the 12 pages. And on the back it has got her logo as well. Once again, this does come off, or you could just cover it if you wanted to. So we're just going to randomly come to the middle of the book. You can open from any point, which I do love. You just open the rings. Oh, sorry, I did realise I was just off camera for that. So if I take a page out of here, you can see, so this is how the page goes in and out, but you can open it. So it opens, here's the left side, here's the back, so the front and the back side. So that way you can hide your stitching if you don't want your stitching to show, and that way it looks, you can use both sides of the page without any issues. And it's just really, really well made. I love how neat it is, how perfect it is. These are double layers, so it's kind of folded over on itself, which is really nice because it gives the page a little bit of structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this to one side, and I'm just going to bring in my one. So hang on a second, let me just tuck those back in. And I want to show you what I've done with my one. So this is my front page. What I wanted to do on this one is, this is ongoing. This page is not finished. I am just adding pieces to this as I go through. I might find like little pieces where I want to do some more knots or whatever I wanted to do. I just really wanted to stitch. I wanted to stitch your story. I absolutely loved that from her card. I loved that phrase, stitch your story. And I really wanted to just play with different fabrics that I had and create a different thing. So on here I've got lots of just straight running stitch. I've got some piston stitches. I did this actually around a button, so I put a button there and then took it off. I've put volume 1 because I know for 100% I am going to keep going back and getting more, because this is just for me the perfect solution to what I needed. I have put some buttons. I've done some little Suffolk puffs. I was watching Anne Brooks, not Anne Brooks, is it Anne Brooke? The name's gone out of my head now. I'll put it on the screen. I've been watching her videos. She did the tag series last year and the Stitch for the Soul series. I didn't take part in those because I wasn't doing embroidery at that point. I am still fairly new to embroidery, so if you're a pro at embroidery, like, don't judge. I'm still learning. I've done some paper piecing here with some different fabrics, and I've just got some areas of just like French knots, filling in different areas. I wanted to start this. I actually got this middle of June, but I wanted to include a page. Now I haven't actually stitched it yet. Oh, and I did forget, I did do some beaded fringe at the bottom, which I really enjoy. I might be doing that on other pages as well. But I knew I wanted to do something for the Platinum Jubilee, so I know I want to stitch how I stitched my embroidery pillow previously, doing French knots, possibly beads, I'm not sure, but I absolutely love, so I've left a page. I know I want to do that. I know I want to put some bunting because I did some handmade bunting during the Platinum Jubilee, so that is a nice little memory, and then the rest of the page I will work out what I want to do. But what's nice is the fact that I could just leave this and come back to this when I'm ready. And I went on to my next page. So I wanted to document little memories. So this week, the thing that really stood out to me is it was a really, really busy work week. We were getting ready, like building up to departure week for the students leaving for the summer. But one of my students said to me, they were having a bit of a hard time. And they said to me, "Miss, you always tell me to take a moment to breathe." And then they added, "and enjoy the moment." So one of my moments was I was sitting in the canteen and we have these little munkjack deers that wander around. So I decided I was going to do a deer amongst the two trees, and I just did some different stitches. I did some seed stitching. I did the couching of some sari ribbon, and then I'm not sure what this one's called. It's just like a really nice little stitch. I saw it on one of the tag roulettes for the month, so I decided to join that one. And then the only other page I've done in here is we took the students to go and watch Wicked. So on this one, what is different is I have placed another fabric. So on this page, sorry, I watercolored straight onto the fabric and I stitched straight onto the fabric. On this one, I added fabric. So this is actually a dyed piece of fabric. It was tea dyed by one of my students. They had it as a scrap, so I decided to use up some of their scraps. And then I did the background of the stage and I stitched that and watercolored that. And then I added another piece of fabric onto the top. And then that's when I stitched my Wicked Witch. And I have realized that this quote actually looks quite bad on its own. It's actually, the reason I have this quote is because I love that whole scene where Fiyero is saying that she's beautiful, the witch is saying she's not, and he said she's lying, and he responded, "It's not lying, it's looking at things another way." And that scene is what looked important. So I kind of feel like I need to justify that quote because the quote on its own probably doesn't look the best. But what I did want to show you is I'm a really messy stitcher. So I'm just going to take this out. What I love is if I open this up, I have tucked my information, so my little journal entries. I'm just going to pop those out the way. Just a little bit of information. I put it on a tag and then stitched it to the inside. So this is what you would normally see if you did a normal book. Whereas when it's folded over like this, it's all nice and tidy. And then you can, if you wanted, I've done it on tags, you could stitch the bottom, which I might do when I've got a lot of ephemera. I might just stitch the bottom closed after I've stitched both sides, and then you have a nice little pocket to put all your pieces in. But it works really, really well, and I absolutely love it. You can combine the different stripes if you want. There are loads of different sizes. Definitely have a look at her website. As you can see, there are so many different options. You can, if you want to just get a couple of refill pages, she does them. Or if you wanted to like add some different pages into your book, you could maybe get a book or just get some refill pages in different sizes and have a different size books if you wanted. There is so much out there. I absolutely love this project, and I love what Kim Edith is doing with the Stitchbook Studio. So if you have a look on her website, she will show you she's done quite a few different projects in quite a few different ways. I haven't played around with photo collaging yet. I think that would be absolutely great, especially for what I'm using it for. I'm doing mine as kind of like a journal diary. So now, rather than doing creative journaling, which I was struggling with, I can now just do my journaling on paper, on the fabric, and I'm doing it as a weekly thing. But definitely go and check her out, go and show her some love. I absolutely love what she's doing. If you're not able to buy one at the moment, even if you just hit the like on her YouTube channel, she does have a YouTube channel, so I will link that. She also has her Instagram and her Etsy, so it's all absolutely great. So go and check it out. This is definitely a project if you are into journaling, or if you're into any kind of memory keeping and want to mix it with your embroidery. Definitely something. I am going to be putting cross stitch in here. I'm going to be putting whatever I want to. I love that the pages come out, so I am thinking about doing some free motion embroidery on some of the pages. I just think there is so much you can do with one of these. They're so versatile, and really she's made it so beautiful. Sorry about that. She's made it absolutely gorgeous. So definitely go and check it out. Go and hit favorite on her Etsy page. Let's give her the love that she deserves. Really well done to Kim Edith for creating such a gorgeous little project. And definitely you have got a customer in me, because I will be going back on a regular basis to stock up. So I have enough pages now for the summer. I am thinking about maybe mixing and matching a couple of pages. And also I think my December journaling this year, my December daily project, will be in one of these. So thank you so much guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's something that you're interested in seeing more videos of, the embroidery and the other side of the hobbies that I do. So I hope to catch you all very soon, and I will see you soon. Bye guys, happy stitching.